All right, so it is time. So I have some major breaking news, and it's about eBay. So the first thing, though, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you, as far as comments, if you have anything that you want to share or you disagree or agree with, please comment below. I know I'm gonna respond back within 24 hours, and it'd be helpful to get a conversation going. Or if there's anything I missed, or yeah, anything to add. So recently, I just found out that eBay is going to change its bidding policy. So how does that affect you? How does that affect the seller? How does that affect the buyer? So they're going to change settings where you won't be able to retract a bid unless the seller agrees to it. If the seller doesn't agree to it, then you'll be the top person for that bid, or you'll still have that bid. So it's gonna force sports card collectors, investors, dealers, breakers, everybody to be more cautious now, because if you have a FOMO or you have some kind of impulsive bid and you're like, I'm gonna miss out and I gotta get this car because it's low pop and it's this person and the narrative of this and it's a good flip and it's gonna 5-10x or go up in price, all of that stuff, it's just going to be harder for you to get out of it. eBay is cracking down on all this stuff as far as unauthorized returns, any kind of abuse of eBay policies. eBay is cracking down on. They're slowly getting to it, and they're doing this with bids. The real reason they're doing this is because there's so many people who bid on objects or items and they win. A lot of times they shield bid and they say, "Oh, I don't have the money to pay for this item, so can you cancel it?" And a lot of people will be like, "Okay, cool, I'll do that." But then the person has to redo another auction, and they're, 7 days, 5 days, turns 7, and then you got to do another week, and then another week, and then another week. And most time eBay charges an extra fee if you do a 1 day or 3 day for auctions. So that's one of the things. Also, I believe this is going to affect buy it now as well. So if you can make an offer, I think that will have to be same. You won't be able to retract it. You will have to let the seller know, and the seller has to agree with it. So, I mean, you could do a buy it now, and you're like, man, I did it too high or too low. You're going to have to wait for them to decline or accept it. And it's really going to give the seller more power now. Because before, because of the eBay policies, the seller was kind of helpless in a sense, and the buyer could get out of a lot of stuff. Now they can't, which is actually good. It's a good thing, especially for the seller. But I think the overall health of the hobby, because there's just been so much market manipulation going on in eBay with people shield bidding, people bidding on things and not paying, people doing unauthorized returns. And I think this is going to help get at the heart of certain things. And obviously, if you don't pay for items, it's going to go in your account, and it could lead to you being permanently banned or temporary banned for months from eBay. And then maybe you have to do a second account, but they may limit to like how many accounts you can even make on eBay. So that's something that people really need to be cognizant of, and be careful bidding on things and purchasing things in general. I do see this affecting the sports car hobby, where you won't see as crazy increases in prices now, because people are going to be aware, and people are going to be cautious, and people, have overbid and done things before. So I think people are going to be, honestly, I think it's going to help the more disciplined buyer. It's going to help the more disciplined person. I think this is actually going to get less people out of hobby, which is good, because you're only going to have more quality people versus quantity. And we know a card, if someone was bidding, you set up the auction, somebody bidded on a card, and they won the auction for twice that of comps. When comps is just how much it actually sells for at market value. And it's double market value price, they're probably not going to pay for it. They're going to make some excuse. However, if they won an auction, say something messed up or they got lucky or whatever, and they got it for half of what it's selling for, they're going to be like, oh, they're going to pay for it probably immediately. They're going to find a way to pay for it. So that's going to prevent people from doing that. eBay is going to be more strict on sellers who post things for sale, but then just cancel. If someone buys it because the price goes up, the seller's like, oh, I listed it for too low, and they cancel and make up some excuse. That's going to be harder now. That's not going to fly with eBay anymore. There are other things that have changed as well, as far as, people list raw cards or BGS 9.5 or PSA 9s as PSA 10 question mark. They've stopped that, where many of the cards you could list as brand new. Now they have to be listed as used. I think all that stuff is great. It is perfect, because many people will say, oh, it's like new, whatever, but there's scratches on the case. But also, no case is really new unless it's straight out of PSA factory and they're shipping it to you in the case that they just slab. Outside of that, is not new. It's been held by multiple people. So that's another factor that's actually going on. And then I believe that it's going to, it just gives the seller more power, and people are just going to be more focused on it. The other thing is, like, PWCC and Probstein have just been banning people who haven't been paying for auctions. And that's cut down on just the shenanigans and things that's been going on. And I'm ecstatic that is actually happening. So, yeah, I mean, what do you think? Do you think this is good for the hobby? Do you think this is good for eBay? Do you think more people are going to be buying cards on eBay now? Less people are going to be buying. I think for a lot of collectors, more collectors and more, long-time hobbyists are going to be in it. And I think it's going to help build a core from them seeing eBay as a dependable website to buy and sell items on. And eBay really is going to have to do that if they want more people to try to sell items on there. Because if not, they're just going to sell everything on StarStock, StockX, Golden Auctions, any of these other auction sites, or they're going to just try to sell through Discords or, sell at card shows. And they see that, attention and things have been less on eBay and more going to card shows, and they're trying to make it so things are easier, things are more dependable, and more people want to sell. I think some other things that are going to be coming in the works, I think eventually they're going to have more promotions and things for people to sell, and they'll probably take less off. And I think same for insurance is something I think eBay is going to be trying to tackle in the future. And then also the unauthorized returns. I think they're going to be doing more on that. And I think they're going to be sending more notices out. And I think this is really just the beginning. I think eBay is going to make significant changes to, one, protect their bottom line, but also make the experience better for the ethical sellers and buyers in the market. And this is not just for sports cards. I mean, this helps with Pokemon, helps with Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, helps with people who are in Marvel and things such as that. So this is great. And not only that, I mean, comic books, you know, many of these things in the collectibles market is really going to help. So people don't, just try to screw you when you're doing auctions, or you have a make a best offer and the buyer just tries to use it to manipulate or go against you in an unfair way. And I think, yeah, outside of that, it's actually really refreshing to hear, and I think things are only going to get better. So if you like this video, please like. And if you don't like it, I mean, at least comment and subscribe, and I definitely appreciate it.